Yo, 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 what is going on, y'all? We're back with our second episode. Sinclair Crypto and Fearless Traders. Robert, we're here. We're about to talk about some NFT stuff today. We're about to talk about some DeFi and some stuff going on in the traditional market right now. So yeah, if you guys are new to this channel, my name is Sinclair Crypto, or aka Syncrypt. And
I'm Rob Prince, fearlesstraders.com.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and pretty much what I'm into is pretty much mostly crypto. I've been into crypto since last year. I'm a long-term investor in Hex and Pulse Chain, and that's pretty much a little bit about me.
And yeah, I'm pretty much a swing trader for stocks. I basically hold stocks for 5 days. And I do some day trading as well. And I post my calls on Twitter. So if you want to follow me at Traders Fearless.
All right, Traders Fearless on Twitter, and you can follow me on Hex on Dex on Twitter, and we'll keep our links here. Oh, this thing almost following me. we'll keep our links here for the whole thing, so you guys could tap into that. All right, so pretty much what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about some NFT stuff, and right now the NFT market is pretty much booming, and because of that, the Ethereum fees are high right now. So if you notice that you want to make a swap or anything like that on the Ethereum, on like Uniswap or whatever, or if you just want to send our ERC20 token, right now the fees are pretty crazy. Reason because NFTs are popping, and because of that, the network is congested. So NFTs are normally popular on the Ethereum network, but you could get NFTs anywhere. You get NFTs, anywhere, as in any blockchain that has a smart contract. So you get it on Binance Smart Chain, you get it on the Polygon network, obviously the Ethereum network, and whatever Ethereum, whatever blockchain has any smart contracts that they create NFTs on. So pretty much that's that. So we're gonna start it off with Robert. I know Robert has a few things that he wants to go over, and then we'll kind of transition from the NFT stuff into the DeFi stuff. So yeah, anything that you got, Robert?
So we could analyze a chart first for Bitcoin, Ethereum, since that's a big thing right now, and then I'll talk about a little bit about NFTs as well. There's some NFTs I have my eyes on, so they're new too. So if you could get in it pretty early. I think if you get in a project early, it's your best chance to make some profit from it. So yeah, I'll just kick it off.
Okay, cool. So yeah, just go ahead, share your screen, and I'll put that right on here.
It's not letting me share the screen.
Oh, that's weird.
There it goes.
Okay. Got it.
All right, so we can look at the chart first. So I use TradingView to look for charts. You just click over here, Ethereum, then you choose your pair. So USD. You can also do like USDT, which is the crypto version of USD, kind of. It's a more stable coin, USDT. I use USD just for like charting purposes. And this is a chart for it. But as you can see here, like it's pretty close to what we call a resistance point. I'm gonna clear all of this stuff over here. So like the top of Ethereum was over here. So like the people that basically held over here, right? They held it, and then the price falls. And when it gets back to that price, what do you think the people over here are gonna do? They're gonna sell they're gonna sell their Ethereum.
If they got in at that time, right?
Yeah, because
talking about the people that got in there.
They want their money back. So
yeah,
it's pretty close to that. So if you're thinking about putting your money in now as like trading, I definitely wouldn't do that.
Mm.
I will wait for, like over here was a good time. This is called a flag pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And, usually the perfect time is that break as far as trading goes.
Mm.
But yeah, I would wait for it to consolidate again, before trading that. So
So
anyway,
do you think there's going to be a pullback? You're saying on
y-
this Ethereum?
yeah, for sure, it's going to be a pullback soon, and
Okay.
you can use like other indicators. RSI is a popular indicator,
Mm-hmm.
and as you can see here, this is called overbought, and down here is oversold, right? You don't want to buy when it's overbought because this usually happens. But like when it's trending, it's usually not 100% accurate. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Like if it's trending like that, right? It still catches it, but it's not like 100%. Like you see
Mm-hmm.
right here,
Mm-hmm.
it's overbought, but it still keeps on going. So it's just a signal.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just I would watch it for a pullback and then make an entry as far as trading goes. And you could see the volume too. Like the volume is going down and the price is
Mm-hmm.
going up. That means usually, not as many people are buying it, right? That's a bad negative signal. So I would just wait. If it goes down below this line, I wouldn't hold on to it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's gonna most likely be a downtrend. And Bitcoin, the next resistance level is gonna be around here. So around this area. So it has some way to go. Bitcoin does, I think. Has a little bit of room.
Mm-hmm.
But around this area, I would like definitely start selling it. Because that's what most likely all the other people are gonna do that held on in these areas, right? So that's a
Mm-hmm.
pretty strong resistance.
So what makes you think that it's gonna go over there to so what is that, 58, like around 58,000? What makes you think it's gonna go over there and not dip from here?
It can dip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's not gonna dip. It can definitely dip.
So okay.
But
So this
I'm saying like if it continues, right?
uh-huh.
Most likely, right there is gonna be where it stops and has like a strong pullback
Okay.
because
So you're
this.
saying that right there, that's the resistance level. That'll be
That
the highest resistance level then, you're saying, pretty
yeah,
much.
and this is strong resistance, right? And
Okay.
we call this a supply area.
Mm-hmm.
This is all technical analysis for anyone that's like new to trading. So supply zone and demand zone. Supply zone is where people are selling. Demand zone is where people are buying.
Mm.
And you could just simply just draw like that, right? Just give me. There's a way to like actually make a zone.
Mm-hmm.
There, you could just do something like that.
And now right there, that's the resistance, right? Pretty much.
Hmm.
Okay.
You just color it in, red for resistance. Make it easier on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if it goes around this area, that's when I would like definitely be more bearish towards the Bitcoin. Um, and as far as NFTs, like NFTs have been going crazy, like especially with like penny stocks
Mm-hmm.
and any news related, like if any company comes with any news related to like NFTs, it's gonna explode. Like some, what was the most recent NFT related stock? Oh, this is a good one. T-Cat. Like the first time this exploded, I was actually, day trading when this exploded. Like this company announced, that they're doing something with NFTs, and like it just went crazy. It went from $3 to $65. But anyways, you can see like all this volume, right? It's just NFTs. Anything related to NFT that ran before, like this, is running again.
But it looks like more like a downtrend. So you're saying that NFTs pretty much
No.
causing is causing this stock to go up. That's what you're saying, like because of the NFTs.
Yeah, it's going up now.
Okay.
Right. It's downtrending right now, but the volume came in because of all the recent NFT hype, right? And this is one example. Playboy, right? Playboy, like when they first announced that they're selling their magazines as an NFT, this happened, right? So, recently it's going up just because of the NFT hype. What's another one? Zken. A really good example, but I would definitely like just basically watch anything related to the NFT, and it's like a possible trade because this one is starting an uptrend, right? Like if you could see the downtrend broke, it's going sideways and it's going up right now. So I'll definitely, watch over this area, his breaks, and definitely buy it as far as trading goes. But yeah, I just wanted to like talk about NFTs for a little bit since I'm myself, I'm not a big crypto person. I'm more of stocks, but I see the NFT market's going crazy. So I just want to like share what I think could be like a good first project to keep an eye on.
Okay, for somebody new getting into NFTs, right? Because like
Yeah.
a lot of people heard about the gains that has already been made. They're like, oh damn, I missed out the gains from the NFT market. And this may you're saying pretty much this may be a new pretty much a good start for them, right? For people that are interested in NFTs. Okay.
So like I posted on my Twitter, right? Some kid, right?
Yeah. I've seen this video. Yeah, the kid. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Kid was
this
out of
kid.
code and stuff. Yeah.
He made $400,000 for creating, I think it's called Weird Whales. Right here, Weird Whales.
Okay.
So he created this project and he made about like $400,000.
Wow.
And imagine getting into that.
Years old. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine getting into that early. But like if you actually like read the article, they say like how he got the code for it, right? And he basically has some help from some other people. The people that made Boring Bananas. How to highlight it. So this section right here. One of the developers behind another NFT project called Boring Bananas sent Ahmed a script to use as a template for coding weird whales, his father Amran says. So basically, he got the code for this from another NFT project, right? Boring Bananas, which is this thing right here. So I did some research on it, right? And that Boring Bananas group is actually, they're coming out with another project. So I figured, why not look into it? They're getting some recent publicity from this article right here, and they actually help. If you join their Discord, they actually help people make other NFT projects like this. So I joined their Discord and I did a little bit of research, and they're coming out with their own NFT. This is their NFT project right now, but they're coming out with a few different ones. So I think if you get into those other different ones pretty early, you might do well for yourself. And I'm trying to find a.
See, and this is another thing too, because I'm not saying that I'm against NFTs or for it, but at the same time, you really got to think about it. Like, this is pretty much the testing of selling art in the future, right? Because right now, if you see like the arts, it's pretty much just like basic, pixelated stuff or whatever, just like. But this is kind of like the test run that you're getting into. You know what I mean? Like, this is like they're showing the potential of what could happen for when these people start selling like their real artworks and their real music and stuff like that on here. This is pretty much the test run. So you got to look at it like, like if these games are being made now, are they going to be, sustainable like long term through NFTs? It may not be. Maybe this might be like the gains from the hype from it. But maybe NFTs may have a place in the general public where everybody is using them, but maybe they become a little bit more affordable in the future. So maybe this I look at it like, me personally, I look at it like, okay, this is the test run. All the prices are volatile from it, you know what I mean? Because this is like, the new cutting edge technology. So I look at it like that. And
But if you look, I think NFTs are here to stay. That's my personal opinion. Visa, they recently did a NFT purchase from the what was it, the cyberpunks? But the cyberpunk or CryptoPunks, they were like one of the first NFT projects, so that's why I think they paid like $150,000 for it. So they're definitely here to stay, and people are paying a ridiculous amount of money for this stuff.
But it is,
it's definitely in its prototype era, right? Like VR, all the VR stuff is not good games, but it's
it's kind of funny though, because like I went to a 40x movie theater the other day because I wanted to see Free Guy, that video game movie, and I seen that, and the 4D movie theater, like that's a new type of thing, new type of technology, right? It's been out for like probably like the last 8 years or whatever, and I'm in the theater, having to shake the seat shake, and you know what I mean, like getting the water splashed or whatever, or whatever it is, whatever type of effects that they have. Sometimes they'll release certain smells, but it's the 40x, So I felt like the experience was okay, but it's like you know what I mean, like it is what it is. Like I could have done without it, because sometimes it kind of takes you out of the concentration of watching the movie. Like the seat will actually punch you. Like there'll be like a little like lump in the seat. And when somebody gets punched in the movie, like the seat will go like, it'll kind of like have that effect. So
sounds cool.
It's cool. Like the thing is though, is that you pay a price though. Like my ticket was probably like about $26 or $27 or whatever it was to have that experience. But you're paying a lot because it's a new technology. It's pretty much you're paying for that new experience. NFTs, I feel like it's something similar. Like the reason why it costs a lot right now is because it's a new experience, but they'll tweak it, to become more efficient and more better in the future, along with probably most likely 4DX movies. How the experience is okay now, but when the technology gets better, they can make the 4D experience a little bit better. But you're gonna pay for it right now, as in far as a higher price.
It is like 1,000 NFT projects, right? Not all of these are gonna survive the future. So I'm thinking, me personally, like I'm looking at this more short term. Is like, if you could get at a good price and flip it, sure. But like I definitely wouldn't like put your life savings into any of this or bet the bank. This you're paying for the code saying that you bought the JPEG.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like me personally, like thinking this is not financial advice. I would probably say like if you're just starting out buying NFTs, don't buy any crazy high price NFTs thinking it's gonna 10x. Like if you buy like $1,000 NFT, don't be like, oh, this might 10x or whatever. Like that may not happen. You may not find somebody that wants to buy that NFT that you have, right?
Yeah.
So I would probably say more like lean towards if you this is something you're trying out, probably lean more towards like the cheaper NFTs. I have just one NFT that I have in my whole portfolio, and it's actually a Richard Hart, the founder of Hex. Hex Toys made an NFT of him, and I bought that NFT. And it's kind of funny though, because like that's not an NFT that I might sell. Like I might just keep that unless the price goes crazy high. But I didn't buy that NFT with the intention to sell it. So it's kind of counterproductive for a trader. If you're trading, then that may be something you want to do, right? But me, I bought that for the intentions of having that Richard Hart NFT, the rarity of the 369. They have 369 of those NFTs, and that's it. So I'm like, all right, let me buy that because I'm into Hex. I like collecting Hex stuff, so let me buy that. There'll be people that are interested in NFTs that want to do the same thing. But there's also people that are NFTs for the money part of it as well.
They just want to buy it to hold it. Which was like if you like it and you want to buy it, sure, why not? And because you can actually display the pictures on like a little tablet. And
that's what I'm thinking.
I own that.
Yeah, I'm like, because like when they start having things like where they'll like there's like a portrait, you know what I mean? Like if you look over here, I got this LA thing in the back. Like, but imagine like for some reason they have like a that is connected to Wi-Fi, you know what I mean? And your MetaMask could kind of hook up with that, and it's an LED screen.
And you can show your art.
Yeah, you can that'll be kind of cool. I'll feel like that's more, it makes more sense, you know what I mean? That'll be kind of cool.
Yeah, people buy it just for the art, honestly. Yeah. But you could also I think you could flip it too. A lot of people have profited just buying NFT project when it's just came out and selling it later. But I definitely wouldn't do it thinking that you're gonna get your money back. It's more of a gamble. It's not a tried and true method. It's not. This is definitely a gamble for sure. And because like the NFT market, right? It's not a lot of it's not liquid. You can't buy it and then sell it, just like that.
Yeah, you usually have to go through like kind of like a third party type of site, right? Like OpenSea or whatever, where they sell the NFTs.
Yeah.
So like I know OpenSea is one of the places where you could buy and sell NFTs, and you may not get somebody because you can have bid orders as well for your NFT. Somebody can place a bid for it, and if nobody's buying it, then it's like, you know what I mean? That's the risk you're gonna take. So
this is OpenSea is what he's talking about.
OpenSea, right there. Yep.
And so one of the newer projects was Doge Pound Puppies. This is a newer project and actually got some publicity from let me see if I can find. I posted this on my Twitter as well. It's Steve Aoki. I don't know if did I say his name right.
Steve Aoki.
Stevie, yeah, he's a. I'm not a fan of EDM music, so Sinclair knows more about him. But he's talking about that he wants to buy the Doge Pound NFT puppies. So I think it's worth looking into if it's getting publicity like that.
Yeah,
54,000 followers. It's worth looking into. Like if a project has like a lot of followers like that, right? It's getting publicity from famous people.
Yeah,
definitely look into it. And it's Doge, right? It's a big hype with anything Doge. Shiba coin.
Anything with the dogs is most likely, going to draw attraction. Especially if you're getting a promo from Steve Aoki as well. But another thing to keep in mind that a lot of influencers and celebrities they'll be paid, and that's just something like straight out they'll be paid to promote certain coins. So just because they promote it doesn't necessarily mean they believe in it, and it also doesn't mean that doesn't believe that they don't believe in it as well. So just take that with a grain of salt right there. But yeah, nah, you know, it's
I'm not saying to buy any of these. I'm just saying,
yeah,
if you're interested in it, maybe this
uh-huh,
is a good place to start, right? As
yeah,
a new project with a lot of followers getting
yeah,
promoted, definitely,
exactly.
keep an eye on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's pretty early. Honestly, it just came out, and a lot of these are selling for like 1 Ethereum. Like, so this came from the original project, right? Doge Pound, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Oh,
like if you and you can see by like the floor price. The floor price is like the cheapest NFT. It's 1 Ethereum for the floor
mm,
price. This used to go for like 0.10. So
mm.
if you could get something like cheap and early, I think it's worth it for me.
See, that's the only thing. Like, well, one of the things that I don't like about the NFT stuff is that like they're priced in Ethereum.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
The
why
gas.
is it why is it attached to Ethereum price?
Hmm.
I really don't understand that part. Maybe somebody in the comments could explain that
I,
a little bit
I,
better because I don't get why is it attached. Because like now if Ethereum drops down to
mhm. I,
$700, you know what I
so I
mean?
think it's because like that
Mhm.
NFTs are based on like the Ethereum
Yeah, it's in
blockchain.
the Ethereum network. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's why. But I see some of them. They're not. You
Okay.
could buy it in a different like USDC. You could buy it, but that's just
Mm.
the offer. That's crazy. $10,000 for that. That's ridiculous. Do I think it's worth it?
Mm.
Not at all. I would never pay $10,000 for one JPEG. But like
Yes.
if you so when it first
Uh-huh.
came out, right, the Doge Pound puppies, I think you had to own the original one, right? And then you mint the Doge Pound puppies earlier.
Mm.
You mint it early than anybody else. And usually once you mint it, right, those are the people that sell it. These are already minted. People already minted it and then they put it on the open sea to sell it.
Okay.
So they got it for free and then they're
Okay,
basically selling it now.
got it.
So
And
I
that
so
happens. Uh-huh. Go ahead.
so I try to find another project like that. What can I get that's that I could mint from owning the original NFT like Doge Pound and
Mm-hmm.
then mint it and then put it in the open market like this. And that's how I got to that boring bananas thing, right? So if you get like 3 boring bananas, you could mint the NFH they call it, non-fungible heroes. You get 3 born bananas, and then if you hold on to it, you could mint this thing. Let me see if I can pull it up right here. Non-fungible heroes. So I think it's worth a try to get in something early. It's the same people that make the weird whale stuff. They
Mm-hmm.
have they teach you how to make other NFTs too in their Discord group. So if that's something you're interested in, making your own NFT project, definitely give them some research. Do some research on that.
Okay.
And it's interesting to me as getting into.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially with the video game market for sure, because the video game market they're definitely going to be using NFTs
mhm.
in the future for sure.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they have a lot of NFT video games like Axie. They're actually coming out with a new NFT video game, Olivium.
Mm.
So if that's something if you're into NFT games, definitely check that out. You might,
Yeah.
I think it's good to get in an NFT game early as well. Like if you would have
I
gone
would.
into Axie
Yeah.
early, you could make
Yeah.
some decent money on that.
Yeah. I
So
would actually say that that plays like I feel like that's more of a use case for NFTs. Like me personally, like right now looking at it, like I see that's more of tangible, like a use case for it, as far as the
mhm.
video games. I think that's you got like a crazy sword, like a
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
three swords, you know what I mean? Like one hit, one kill type of thing. Yeah, people are gonna pay money, like, all right, cool.
and they actually have some cool games for the NFT market. Um,
Mm,
I was trying to get out of this ad,
mhm.
but yeah, this is what's it called? Lost Relics. That's an actual NFT game, and it's kind of like
Mm,
Diablo. So I think it's pretty cool. I haven't played it myself yet, but you know, if you want to try the NFT game and you don't want to play Axes, because I think
Now,
to me Axie
uh,
looks kind of childish. Like I would never myself play this game unless you're trying to make money from it.
now is this one of the games that you were talking about before we got on stream? You're talking about like how in the Philippines, like they'll play these games and they'll make like $5 boom out of nowhere and stuff like that. Is this what you were talking about? Like,
Yeah. So
okay,
Axie Infinity is the most popular game down in like the Philippines, because you can make say $5, $10 a day playing this game. You know,
oh,
just
just for
grinding.
playing it.
Yeah,
Got you. So
just grinding.
they're not actually trading anything. They're just playing the game and they're making money
No.
off of it.
So you could buy land right in this game,
Mm-hmm.
and you could buy the characters. So each Axie or whatever, they cost, I think, 1 Ethereum, 2 Ethereum. They're pretty expensive. There's some cheap ones for like $300, but like you need to buy these to play the game. But you can also like rent them out for people for pretty cheap too. So what the people in Philippines do, I think they usually like rent the Axies out, and they play with the rented Axies. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then
Interesting.
they make money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I personally I wouldn't play that game. It doesn't look interesting to me. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to share like some of my NFT analysis. What I think is gonna be the next good one. Is it gonna be the next good one? I don't know. It's like, to me, it's a gamble, right?
Yeah.
And who could say that Cyberpunk, right, was gonna be worth $200,000, $1 million? Not cyber, CryptoPunk. There you go.
Oh,
Cyberpunk is the game. That who could say that's gonna be $1 million? It's crazy.
yeah, it's kind of funny though, because I'll see celebrities, they'll flex because they'll put their CryptoPunk NFT as their display picture,
Oh yeah,
on their Instagram or whatever. Yeah. So
Jay-Z
like,
put some CryptoPunk looking character in his thing.
uh-huh. So it's kind of like wearing a gold chain, like, yo, like I got
Yeah.
60,000 NFT, like boom,
Mhm.
Imagine like they'll do that. They'll get like a pendant that has, like an LED screen, and you'll have like a $50,000 NFT sitting in your pendant or something like that. That would be kind of a weird type of flex, but
that's actually a good idea.
yeah.
I like it, but I can see it.
Crazy.
I can see it, But look at that, 40 Ethereum, for this. That's crazy.
Wow. That is wild.
So
40 Ethereum, that's over 100,000.
And that's why so many like
Mm-hmm.
new projects are coming out, because people are trying to find the next CryptoPunk. So yeah, I'm gonna let you take over, because I think for sure it's definitely a bubble, right? This can't sustain. People can't be paying these kinds of prices for it.
Well, that's kind of a good thing too, that we got into that, and also being a bubble. That's kind of where I want to go with this, because we have our own takes. Robert has his own opinions. I have my own opinions. So we some things we agree on, some things we may disagree on. But yeah, like the NFT, it could be a bubble. It could be here. Like it could just go up and to the right. You know what I mean? From here as well. So who knows? But I want to bring up this article from Cointelegraph. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And pretty much they're talking about if it's it for NFTs for this cycle, or if it's gonna keep going. But let me 1 second. All right, cool. So this is the article right here. Now, like I said, this is from Cointelegraph.com. And I'm gonna go ahead and read this article and break it down a little bit, because they're saying that altcoin roundup, time to rotate. And this article is written by Jordan Finesse. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, bro. But time to rotate. Data suggests traders are shifting from NFTs to DeFi. So if you're new to this channel, pretty much what DeFi is decentralized finance. It's pretty much trading on decentralized networks such as Uniswap, Mooniswap, One Exchange. There's a lot of decentralized networks out there that you don't need to upload your information, your ID. You don't have to put the KYC in just to trade on a network. So something like Coinbase.com is not necessarily like a DeFi network, but we'll go more into DeFi in the future. But let's talk about this. So it starts off with the heading: timing the market is near impossible, but these 5 metrics can help traders identify when a sector rotation is underway. An important part of preserving investing profits is knowing when an asset or sector is showing signs of exhaustion and when a sector rotation is underway. This is especially important in the rapidly moving cryptocurrency markets, which can change direction in a heartbeat and turn crypto millionaires into depressed bag holders. This is why you really want to take profits, okay? Especially like if you have your initial investment, say for example, you put 10 grand in, price shoots up 10x, it goes up to 100 grand. You could pull your original 10K investment out and still have 90% of your bag, and you can let that do what it do. This, like, if you're doing something like more long-term investments, that may be something that you want to think about doing. It's not financial advice, but you want to take out your profit, especially if you're in a bubble. All right. Now, if is NFT a bubble or not, like that's something that you have to come up with your own subjective opinion about. But pretty much you just want to take profits. All right. Because people could jump to one thing to another. Oh, NFT might be the shiny object. And then they may say, oh, DeFi is the shiny object. Let's go jump ship, like how they're doing in this picture right here. Right. So that's something you really want to think about. Let's continue. Most investors know that the non-fungible token NFT sector has been on fire since July. And as CryptoPunks, what Robert was just showing, as CryptoPunks, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, and Pet Ether Rock NFTs fetch six and seven figure sums, while top NFT marketplace OpenSea surpassed 4 billion in total sales. So when they say 6 and 7 figure sums, they're not talking about the whole company. They're talking about like individual NFTs, which is crazy. Like 6-7 figures, that's pretty wild. While the frenzy has been exciting, many new projects have launched across a variety of blockchain networks, and the recent decline in transaction volumes could be a signal that investors are looking to move to different pastures. So I was saying before that the reason why by the Ethereum network, their fees are so high right now, the gas fees, is because there's a lot of volume going on in the Ethereum network by trading these NFTs.
It's a lot of new projects too. Like they're minting, 10,000 NFT cards per project.
Yes, so, and that right there, like 10,000 out the blue, you're trading 10,000. That's a lot of strain on the network, on the Ethereum network. So because of that, the gas fees are going to be crazy. There's no getting around it, So this could be a good thing. This could be a good thing if you're worried about these gas fees and stuff, because this may take the pressure off of the network and lower the gas fees if people are jumping ship from NFT into different projects. All right. So in the first quarter of 2021, decentralized finance, aka DeFi protocols, and their related tokens were the focal points for investors. All right. That was a shiny object then. But this sector cooled off in March as the NFT market underwent its first bull market. Now it appears that the tide has begun to change, and the profits made from NFT trading could be making their way back into altcoins and DeFi markets. Here are 5 signs that a capital rotation might be underway from NFTs into DeFis. So pretty much, some people may say altcoin season has already arrived. It's already, been in the process. I think that altcoins are going to pump really hard from here to pretty much the end of the year. I think altcoin season is coming right now.
So
There's a lot of, what's that?
So altcoin is anything decentralized, right? Or the
Yeah,
DeFi.
and pretty much, and not even decentralized. Anything, pretty much not Bitcoin, for example. So like, something like Cardano's altcoin, or what's the Solana? Is an altcoin. Pretty much anything USDC, a stable coin like USDC or USDT. Tether is an altcoin as well. It's just something not Bitcoin, but yeah, but also DeFi. Any DeFi tokens is an altcoin. But altcoin season, I feel like it's gonna like it's popping right now. It's about to explode. So let's see. Let's go over some of the ways that they think that the NFTs are sliding. The funds from NFTs are sliding into DeFi right now. So one thing that they're talking about is the large and small cap DeFi token rally. Okay, so DeFi Perp is an index token on the FTX cryptocurrency exchange that comprises a basket of 25 of the top DeFi related cryptocurrencies, including Maker, Polkadot, Solana, Curve DAO token, Uniswap, and SushiSwap. So that's kind of cool because that's pretty interesting. What does that? That sounds like the S&P of crypto, because they're pretty much taking all these top crypto or top DeFi tokens and putting in an index token, so called DeFi Perp. So that's really interesting right there.
Yeah, I'm actually interested in that because I use SushiSwap too. So like, I guess each one of those coins, they have their own decentralized exchange, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Uniswap. I used Uniswap before.
Yeah. So that may be something to look at if you don't want to take the risk and say one particular token like SushiSwap or something, right? Because I know SushiSwap, I believe they have like some type of inflation or something happened back in the day. So if you're like, all right, well, I want to invest in these DeFi tokens, maybe this may be something you may want to look at, DeFi Perp. So that way you don't have to take the risk of investing in the actual individual coin itself, So yeah, take a look at that. Now it says data from TradingView shows that the price of DeFi Perp has been on the rise since bottoming out at $5,331 on July 20th, and it has since rallied 138% to a daily high of 12,771 on September 2nd. So they're pretty much saying like, okay, like that was when it hit its low when these NFT stuff was popping. But now, being that it's on the rise again, this may be a signal that okay, DeFi may be popping again. So maybe some people may want to switch their funds to from the DeFi ecosystem to DeFi. Pretty much, that's pretty much what they're saying, that because of this signal.
But it looks like it's tracking Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin and Ethereum going up. This goes up to the altcoins.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's as well. Like Bitcoin and altcoins. Some people would say it's correlated or it's decorrelated. I feel like whenever Bitcoin pumps, DeFi tokens do pump as well. Or I would say they'll pump. I necessarily don't think that altcoins need Bitcoin to pump, but I feel like when Bitcoin does pump, the altcoins will pump even harder than it would have if Bitcoin wasn't pumping. If that makes any sense. I kind of butchered that, but yeah, Bitcoin definitely does make Ethereum and altcoins pump even more. But that's not to say that they can't pump without Bitcoin pumping, though. They could definitely do their own thing, especially like with Hex, for example. Hex, a lot of times when the cryptocurrency market is in the red, Hex would be in the green. It may be decorrelated from crypto because its mechanics are way different. All right. So yeah, NFT prices are cooling off. We're just talking about the highs of the NFTs. We're talking about like how the price floor was an average of 1 Ethereum. Robert was just showing you guys that. And they're saying that some price floors has pulled back to a half of Ethereum. All right, for the average NFT. So that right there may show that, okay, it could be two things. It could be saying that NFTs are out the market, or that they're printing more NFTs right now, so the average has actually reduced. So that could be actually a good sign for NFTs as well. Maybe it's becoming more
good time to buy. Or
yeah, maybe also is becoming more mass adopted as well, because since there's more NFTs being minted, maybe the average price of them is going down. That could be possible.
You know, you have too much supply of anything, it's going to go down, right? 1,000 NFT projects, it's going to go down. I think eventually.
Okay. Also, another sign: active users and transactions on DeFi platforms surge. Yeah, that definitely has been happening. If you look right here on this chart, this is kind of small, but pretty much this is around April 2019. You can see this altcoin, well, DeFi users starting to rise up, and even on Staker app. Now, Staker app is an app that you use to create stakes on the Hex network, right? So these stakers, if I was to look right here on the actual app, let me go to home real quick. Now I'm looking on my phone, so I can't share my screen, but pretty much there's 52,000 stakers on the Staker app alone. I believe it's the Staker app alone. So 52,000 users, and when Hex came out, I don't even know how many users was in Hex, but the number has grown significantly, like in the last few months alone. So pretty much, yeah, this right here, this definitely does make sense. Of the total DeFi users, people are definitely getting more attracted into platforms like Uniswap and stuff like that. So and they're also talking about 4,000 ETH signals a rotation in play. Okay, so yeah, definitely check out this article. This article is definitely pretty interesting. It gives you a look into what they think is going on right now. I feel that that DeFi is coming up, is popping right now, and Hex right now is pumping because of this. You know, a lot of people are looking for other ways to put their money into, right? More trustworthy ways, and DeFi is something for that, you know, because you're your own bank. What better way to store your own money and, you know, pretty much print your own money, right? Than DeFi and Hex. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got for that article. But what do you think about that article, Robert?
I think, you know, I support like DeFi stuff. I think it's you know, like I said, I use Uniswap. I use all the Pancake Swap. There's so many swaps that come out, and it's definitely better than buying from exchange like Coinbase or a centralized exchange. Like I saw articles like of people, they put like all their money in Coinbase or Binance, and they can't take that money out.
Yeah. Yep.
So DeFi is definitely the way to go. And and then we could look at Hex too. You know, Hex has been nonstop.
Yeah, Hex has been popping like crazy.
And if you wanna get into Hex, it's pretty simple. Sinclair can show you how to stake it, but if you just want to buy it, you can always get it on. If you have a Trust wallet, you can always swap it for Ethereum.
I'm gonna share my screen real quick, just to show this. All right, so this right here, this is crazy because Hex was just at 20 something cents a few weeks ago. So if I was to put up the week chart, now this is on nomics.com. Nomics.com is pretty much the best coin ranking site that you go to check out your coin rankings. Websites like CoinMarketCap and stuff like that, they're not actually showing the truth because they're pretty much paid shows, and your project could not be listed because they paid sales on there.
Shilling is just like promoting your coin.
Yeah, and they would not play somebody. It's pretty controversial of what they're doing on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. But anyways, long story short, check out nomics.com because they're gonna post honest information on there. And on nomics.com, we're actually number 3 in our correct spot. Hex is the number 3 crypto, if you did not know that. And you probably didn't know that if you're new to the channel and you're new to crypto, because you most likely was using CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, and they don't show the correct listings. But anyways, Hex right now is at 35 cents, approaching 40 cents pretty soon. And if you look over here, the last few days, we were at 22 cents less than a week ago, which is pretty crazy. Well, just about a week ago. So it's still not too late for Hex. It's still a good time. Like people are saying, like before Hex wasn't gonna hit 10 cents, we hit 10 cents. Hex wasn't gonna hit 30, we hit 30. Hex not gonna hit $1. We're gonna hit $1. So it's pretty much when you're, when do you feel it's a good time to come in? And there may not be a pullback to buy at a cheaper time than this, at a cheaper price than this, 35 cents. Who knows what's gonna happen with this price? But it's not too late. Pretty much it's not too late. It's a good time to get in Hex. And also pretty much anytime you get in Hex is a good time because you're getting paid out interest if you stake it. So if you're staking, anytime getting into Hex at any time is a good time. That's one thing to note. Okay. And if you're gonna stake, you can stake on different platforms. You can go to go.hex.com. You can go to stakerApp.com. Staker App is, an app that you can download on your phone and create stakes through your phone. And that's pretty much it. You just get a smart wallet through Staker App, and you'll be able to download. You'll be able to create stakes through that Staker App, pretty much. So there's different ways that you could do it, and you can hold liquid or you can stake it. But if you do hold all your Hex liquid, you're definitely going to be missing out on a lot of gains that you would have had if you just would have staked. All right. Now you don't have to stake all your Hex. You can stake a portion of it. Right. Me personally, I like to have 95% of my Hex staked, and then I'll hold 5% Hex liquid, just in case if it goes to a price where I want to take some gains. So there's different strategies that you could.
And what's the minimum time you could stake? So can you stake like 1 month, 2 months, a year?
The minimum time is 1 day. That's the minimum.
Right.
So you can stake. You can stake if you just want to stake for 1 day. You can stake for 1 day. You can stake
as long as you want, basically.
Yeah, well, up to 5,555 days, which is about 15 years. But you can stake 1 day.
15
and say, for example,
years.
you had but say, for example, if you had $10 million, right?
Uh-huh.
If you're watching this, you might not have 10 million, but if you did have $10 million and you stake for 1 day, I don't know what your profit would be, but I know it'll be at least over like $1,000 for sure. I would like to do the math, but it's going to take too long to do the math. But it may be over $10,000. If you stake $10 million for 1 day, you may just come out with $10,000 profit just for that 1 day. But obviously, the average person isn't going to be doing that. But you can stake from 1 day up to 5,555 days. The longer you stake out, the more interest you're going to get, the more cheaper your T shares will be. And if you don't know about T shares, I have a video that I was talking about T shares, breaking it down a little bit more. You can check that out. But pretty much the longer you stake, the more your interest will be, the cheaper the T shares will be. So yeah. But yeah, you can stake up to 5,000 days, 5,555 days.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. It's better than a bank, right? Bank, the CD, certificate deposit, is what 2 years minimum.
Yeah,
to make 3% return.
Yeah, if not even 3%, not even 3. Like you're going to be making like 1 or maybe less than 1, which is crazy. But with Hex, you're going to make an average right now. If you're staking the average time length, which is 5.8 years, the average staker is getting 40% APY. 40% APY, you're not going to get that anywhere, like no place at all. Now,
So what
people
about
may
1
think,
year?
all right,
1 year
1
stake.
year, I'm not too sure what that is, but it may be around like 20 something APY, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, you really want to like really think about, okay, if staking is even worth it for you. Okay, because if you're if you're a trader, that may not be something for you if you want to take the gains out, if you want to have the gains instantly. But if you're staking for a long time, it kind of may offset the trading if you really think about it. Because say, for example, if you make an average of $200 a day in trading, you may make an average of $200 a day just from staking. Okay, because I'm not gonna get into the exact numbers of what I make, but I make over $200 a day in my interest from Hex, right? So that kind of saves me the time of not having to do any trading. But at the same time, on the other side of the coin, I can't take that money out because I have it staked, I have it locked in, right? If I want to take it out, I have to pay penalties, which I'll lose pretty much all my interest if I was to take out before 50% of the time. So yeah,
Okay,
you really, yeah.
so
Mhm.
you say you have to pay interest if you lose everything you earn from staking if you
Well,
sell it early.
okay, so here's the thing, right? Say, for example, if you stake for 100 days, right? If you create a stake for 100 days,
Mm-hmm.
if anything under 50 days, you'll start to lose your principal, right?
Okay.
Anything under 50 days, you'll start losing your principal. So say, for example, you staked $1,000 worth of Hex for 100 days, you end stake 49 days,
Mm-hmm.
you just lost some of your principal, right? That from that $10,000. Now, anything after 50 days, it starts to attack your interest. So say, for example, if you end stake one day, and I may have this slightly incorrect, but if you end stake one day after the 50 days, so 51 days, you lose 50% of your interest. But if you end stake one day before your stake ends, so say, for example, you have that stake ending in 100 days, but you end it on the 99th day, you will lose 50% of your interest that you gained from the whole stake.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? So even if you end your stake one day before the stake ends, you will lose 50%. And I will actually show you right now because this actually happened
That's
just the
crazy.
other day. Yeah, so there's this Hex well bot that shows all the end stakes and stuff like that that's going on in the system, all the big sales, whatever it may be. So let me share this screen with you, and I'm going to show you like how cool the mechanics are, because a lot of people, they really don't like understand the crazy mechanics on that this Hex system provides. So shoot, no. Okay. So, all right. So do you see this right here?
Yeah, yeah.
This T-Bird. All right. So now check this out, right? This person, he had 12 million Hex staked, right?
Uh-huh.
And that gave him pretty much 749 T-shares for the 12 million Hex staked.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he ended his stake. He served 149 days out of 150 days. So he ended his stake one day earlier.
Ooh, and he
I
lost
don't know.
$129,000.
Yeah, he
That's
lost pretty much half of his interest.
that's crazy.
Yeah. So you really want to be careful what you're doing when you're staking, because this right here, this will actually go to the stakers now. So the people that are staked, they're gonna get paid this $129 in penalties. So you really want to be careful what you're doing. But the mechanics in Hex and the staking is very beneficial for the stakers. Okay, so that's the cool thing about it. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to create some stakes, go to hex.com and
cook some
you'll
steaks.
yeah, if you want to cook some steaks in, you know. So yeah. So yeah, you got anything else?
Yeah, I think that should be all. Like, if you want to talk more about the Hex,
yeah, well, pretty much. There's also one other thing about Hex that's going on is there's going to be a fork of Ethereum, and in this fork of Ethereum, is going to be created. It's going to be called the Pulse Chain. That's the name of the network, right? So in this fork of Ethereum, you're going to be getting all copies of any ERC20 tokens that you have. So any coins that you have on the Ethereum network, you're going to get a copy of that on the Pulse Chain when that fork does happen, right? So if you do have Hex, you're going to get a duplicate of whatever Hex that you have, right? So that doesn't necessarily mean the price is going to be duplicated, because right now the price of Hex is at 35 cents. That doesn't mean that the price on Hex on Pulse would be 35 cents. It's a good chance that it's going to be that, or maybe higher, maybe lower, right? But you're going to get a duplicate regardless. And whatever that price does on Hex, on Pulse, it does on Pulse. So you could look at it like you're getting a 2x anyways, right? So you can look at it like, okay, I'm getting it at 35 cents. Yeah, well, you may be getting it at 17 cents. If you look at it like if the price does the same on the Pulse Chain network, right? So you can look at it like that. So pretty much, if you want to get a duplicate, and not only that you're getting a duplicate of your liquid Hex, but you're also getting a duplicate of your staked Hex as well. So all my stakes that I have, remember, like I said, I'm not going to get into too much of my interest, but let's just say my interest is $200 a day, right? At the minimum, I may be getting $400 a day just from the fork alone, from the Pulse Chain fork. So you're going to get a duplicate, pretty much, and the story on that. And Pulse Chain Network, they're still developing the code. Well, the code is actually developed, but what happened was when Ethereum had that EIP 1559 that just happened the other day, or a couple of weeks back, they introduced some new code, and that right there caused a little bit of a few errors in the Pulse Chain smart contract, in the Pulse Chain code. So they have to pretty much patch up a few things, hack a few things, and then pretty much they're going to start running the testnet hopefully in 2 months. Software changes throughout time. Software is pretty difficult, especially blockchain software. So that 2 months of a window for the testnet may be 3 months and maybe 1 month. Who knows? But once testnet happens, run a testnet. If everything goes good with testnet, then the fork is going to happen, and then pretty much that's it. And then everything, all your ERC20 tokens, especially if you have Hex, that's going to be copied over to the Pulse Chain network, and you're still going to have your value on ETH, but you're going to have a value on Pulse Chain as well. So that's definitely something to look forward to. So I would say that if you really want to look into Pulse Chain, just go to pulsechain.com. They also have a voice chat on Telegram, t.me/PulseChain.com, and you'll find out all the information, the up-to-date information on the Pulse Chain, voice chat. So that's pretty much that. With that, with Hex, it's gonna keep pumping. I don't know. I caught, if you look at my older video from last year, I made it in December 2020. I said, hey, Hex could go to $1 in September 2021. We're in September 2021, and the price is looking good, 35 cents right now. So could it hit $1 before the end of September? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe not. But it's still a good time to get in. People are talking about Hex at $10 in December 2020. 2021. $10 Hex. Look, I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's not. But that alone, if you used to get in at $1, that alone is a 10x from getting in at $1. So this just goes to show how early you are. Oh, and yo, by the way, what I was gonna show you before the stream, I was gonna show you something that Richard tweeted. Let me show you. There's a little bit of FOMO, but you know what I mean. Let me show you guys this real quick. Now, Richard Hart, the founder of Hex and the founder of Pulse Chain, tweeted this chart, and there's a better chart that he posted, but I'm just gonna take the recent one, even though I have to. Okay, are you seeing what I'm? Oh no, I gotta share screen.
No, I can't see anything.
Okay. Okay. Now you see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Richard Hart. Let's go to his recent. All right. So this right here. Now look. This may happen. This may not happen. But if you look at right here, where we're at, 2020 in the beginning, the end of 2020, that's when Hex launched.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, there's the price. The all-time low was 4 zeros and a 5, pretty much. So it was like a penny chopped up so many times. And right now, 35 cents. That's where we're at. And 2000, we're approaching 2022. And if you look at this trend, he had a better chart with this. He calls it the quote unquote imaginary line, right? Look, you can't expect anything. You can't expect any work from others in this. So this is not a price prediction that Richard Hart did, and this is not a price prediction for me. But from that line was pretty much drawn out, like keeping the type of same trend and going pretty much to $1 million per.
I don't know.
Yo. Hold on. $1 million per Hex. Now look, people would say, people would say that's impossible because there's like so many, it's like billions of Hex coins, and then Hex would have to like there's not enough money in the world to pay out Hex people, right? So, but if that does happen, then that means that Hex is the world currency. Is like, you know what I mean? Now look, like you may say that's fiction fantasy. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but like there's weirder things that happen in the world where they thought that wasn't gonna happen and it happened. So I'm saying
so everybody's saying, Bitcoin's too high, Ethereum's too high. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, but for some reason my camera is not click the camera button. Let me just
you disappear.
Oh shit! Keep going.
Man,
I'm trying to fix it, but yeah.
The people saying, the Bitcoin is too high, right? At $10,000, and now it's like, $50,000. You can never guess the top, right? There's no such thing, especially when it comes to like investing.
Yeah.
Even like the S&P 500, right? You can never guess the top of that thing.
Yeah, because it's still like S&P 500 is still up and to the right, right? It's like up and to the right.
Yeah. As long as companies are making money, the S&P 500 will always go up because it's 500 companies are the biggest companies. So as long as they're growing, the S&P is going to keep going.
Yeah, which is so yo, like you really got to think about it, like how like for how long is stuff is going to go up and to the right. And if we're talking about Hex, the way the price appreciation is right now, right, and then going up and to the right from there, keeping the same pattern, they're talking about like just from this chart alone. And this, like I said, this you can take this loosey, however you want to take it, but it could like even $100 Hex, right? Even $100 Hex. Say, for example, if it just goes like sideways, it goes up a little bit and it goes sideways or whatever. Like, $100 Hex is still crazy. So, who knows what's going to happen? You know what I mean? Just do your own research and, whatever you think, but yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, yo.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty, yeah. What's up? You got anything else?
No, that's all, I think we talk about enough with DeFi and
Yeah, DeFi, NFTs. Yeah. So yeah, if you're getting new into NFTs, you know what I mean. Go to those links.
Open.
We're gonna put the links in the description actually too. So
Mhm.
that way you guys can go there. But yeah, all the stuff that Robert mentioned with the NFTs. Check out DeFi. If you really think DeFi is gonna pop, it's gonna be the new thing. Then hey, you might want to start looking into especially that thing that we looked at. It was like DeFi prep or DeFi whatever it was. You like we're gonna put the links in the description for everything. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, look into Hex if you haven't. You can follow me on Hex on Dex, Hex on Dex on Twitter. And Robert, you guys can follow him. Traders Fearless, Traders Fearless, Traders
Fearless,
Traders Fearless. Yeah, because I got confused. I'm like Fearless Traders. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. We'll catch you guys next week with some more crypto news and traditional stock market news. All right.
All right.
All right, guys. Take care. Peace.